another dark web video. About 1 week ago, I actually went on this website on the dark web that lets you buy movies, and it finally showed up, guys. This is the box it came in. This thing is huge. What kind of movie could be in here? Look.
Few YouTubers have garnered as much heat for their actions online as Jason Matthew either, better known of course as ImJayStation. Even before his infamy on YouTube, he was apparently disliked by all of his colleagues at the Costco he worked at. He had more complaints made against him than any other employee at that particular branch's history. He was also known for being emotionally abusive to his girlfriend at the time, keyed a woman's car because her daughter didn't break up with her boyfriend for him, harassed everyone he came into contact with, and pushed away everyone in his life, including his own mother.
Turn back to YouTube.
Yo, I'm coming back to YouTube. It's been about time. I'm coming back to you.
But things start to get a little strange when we look at his strategy for doing so. Dr. Phil is helping him get back onto YouTube. Why would he even want to come back to YouTube when he's quietly claimed that his life is so interesting since he's been banned? What's this new job that he's been working on the side that's apparently leading him to make $70,000 deals? Is all of this just one big elaborate lie to get back into YouTube's good books? Thankfully, we can make it simple, because ImJayStation's circumstances can be summarized into one specific word: controversy. This word not only represents his entire persona and YouTube career, but it was also the reasoning behind his elusive disappearance in the first place. Remember those 24 hours in a certain place without getting caught challenges that were popular around 5 years ago? They were often controversial, but fittingly, this is where ImJayStation began to gain popularity back in 2016. However, during one challenge, ImJayStation was arrested after police discovered him in a mall way after closing time.
I got caught. I got arrested. There was K9 units there. There was about 12 police cars.
Given ImJayStation lived in the smallish Canadian city of Ottawa, and many of the places he had snuck into were local spots, the Ottawa Citizen newspaper would cover the story for its readers, stating the Ottawa star of a YouTube channel that features him allegedly trespassing on various properties overnight has been arrested and charged.
But YouTube refused to reinstate his channels. Since then, he's mostly been active on Twitter and Instagram. Considering ImJayStation has proven time and again that he will do whatever he can to gain attention and money, regardless of the consequences, I think we can all agree that his termination is very well deserved, and hopefully we'll never see his face on this site again.
So recently, ImJayStation decided to come back to YouTube once again. And since his old channels have been reinstated by YouTube, you can see on this channel that I'm going to represent by using this video as his first video 4 weeks ago, proving that he made a comeback, he made a return, but it's in an alternative universe. Meaning that he's still doing the creepy stuff, but it's more, let's say, on adult-friendly terms and not focused on children anymore, because that phase already passed by and that arc should be closed off. Now it's about UFO spottings and everything that has to do with conspiracies. Do you still recognize old ImJayStation, or maybe he has renewed himself and is trying to redeem himself? But that YouTube money, oh, how bittersweet it tasted back then, and he wants to reclaim it now. Let's watch him.
Hello everyone, my name is Jason Etier, but you might know me as ImJayStation. I had a YouTube channel with over 6 million subscribers. I was doing videos like calling haunted numbers at 3 a.m., playing Ouija boards and getting possessed by evil spirits. I even brought back to life my friend's dog.
He's gonna give him treats, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it out. Okay. We're gonna see if he's gonna come. Okay. Baxter! Baxter! Come here, boy!
Here, buddy, don't bite me again!
Yeah, don't bite Baxter! Come, Baxter! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Sit, Baxter!
Dude,
Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude!
Where are you going, Baxter?
Baxter, what are you doing?
And as dumb as all that sounds, life was pretty good. I had a girlfriend at the time that I really liked. I had friends and people around me that I really liked.
Really liked a girlfriend he really liked. Yeah, he liked her so much that they faked her own death just to get that YouTube money, just to get some clout. That's how much he liked her. Kind of actually says a lot about his personality if you think about it. Either you love someone, you care for someone, you like someone. These are different ways of perceiving relationships, and it does say a lot about his POV at that time and how he looks at it from this point of view as well. It's questionable if you think about the history of ImJayStation, right?
I had friends and people around me that I really liked. I got to do interesting things all the time, travel all through America, travel around Canada where I'm from, until one day I was banned. No strikes, no warnings, banned. Now, I still don't know the actual reason I was banned. You know, Google or YouTube is very hard to get a hold of. I don't even think big people that you would think that has a direct contact with YouTube, they probably don't. But considering this has been 4 years ago, I've been thinking about this for a very long time, and I've boiled this all down to two main reasons that caused me to get banned on YouTube. Now, I'm going to address both of them right here, not to rehash and bring up old controversies, but just to be upfront about it. So really, YouTube and you guys, the audience, the people, do I deserve to be banned for life? Do I deserve to be banned forever? Or do I deserve another chance?
I think we can all agree that a lot of people, specifically YouTubers, would say just ban him for life. There is no place for him on YouTube anymore. He messed it up. He ruined his own opportunity multiple of times. And I think one of the lowest blows is when you use people's, let's say, deleted version of themselves to garnish attention, clout, and money. Then something's really messed up. If you put people down and you fake people's death just because you can get a little extra money, that is a low blow. And if you exploit children just to get that money, that is even a lower blow. So if you look at it, it's like the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the totem pole just to get some notoriety, some money, and some clout. And of course, that's not going to be erased out of many people's memories, specifically not the children that have grown up by now, even if has been 4 years ago. So I think it's rather questionable. The question should be, what is your intention to come back to YouTube? Do you want to start over with a clean slate and pretend nothing ever happened? Or do you want to redeem yourself and prove yourself worthy of being on the platform? Or do you just going to pretend basically that you're not the same person as you were there because you have grown and you own the second chance? You deserve it. Also, you had multiple. And these multiple chances also led to the same end result, being banned.
Or do I deserve another chance? Before we go any further, I just want to take some time right now to kind of answer to anyone who wants to know what it's like to be banned from YouTube. Like, if you are a creator, a big creator, and you rely on YouTube as your primary source of income, how much and how severely this will change your freaking life. You might think that you're good, you've saved up millions of dollars, you've had a good career. I'm telling you, this will affect you. Like, it forces you to face the music and really think about what you did, because your life and physical life and in real life is going to change. And that's what happened to me. It was on my 30th birthday when I was demonetized by YouTube. I am now 35. Like, this is a long time ago.
What the hell? JayStation is the same age as me. I'm 35 as well. That's kind of crazy. But he even mentions that it has been a long time ago. How can you say it has been a long time ago? 5 years is not even a decade, bro. 5 years is not a long time ago. What are you trying? Are you trying to convince yourself or the audience?
This is a long time ago, and my life has changed greatly. For example, I live in a small town in the mountains in Canada. As soon as I was banned on YouTube, I said, I don't want to go to Twitch. I don't want to do Kick. I don't want to do Rumble.
15 shots of espresso. What the?
Oh man.
I don't want to do, I just want to do YouTube or nothing. That's what I want to do. YouTube or nothing. So YouTube's banned, and I'm not going to try. I don't really care. I have been living a regular, normal, everyday, I'm with the regular common people every single day of my life for the last 4 years. I have been just regular person. Like, I'm not doing social media, nothing like that. I completely respected YouTube's decision, and moved on. But at the time where I was demonetized, I had over $1 million in the bank. I don't really, it didn't, I was like, I'll be good, I'll be fine. But then I get a tax bill. That's half of it gone. All right. Then I gotta rent a place to live for a year, and that's like 75 grand or 100 grand or whatever. And that goes quick. All that money goes quick. You have obligations and cars that you got, and you have to maintain them. And at first you live in denial, really. Like you're going to be okay. You'll be able to figure it out, but maybe you won't.
This kind of sounds more like a JStation testimony or something, the life of JStation as it is, as it was, from his own perspective, right? I mean, these are all choices. These things you can figure out pretty fast before you get into that lifestyle. And if you have all those cars and all those fancy material possessions, you know that it's not the end. Once you've bought it, that doesn't mean there's nothing attached to it that comes also with a price tag attached to it, if you know what I mean. I think that's how people easily get deceived when they're living that flex lifestyle. They think that money well is never going to run dry until that day comes. It's always a matter of time for anybody. And if you're not prepared or not ready to deal with it because you have no idea what the hell you're doing besides just flexing and thinking that there is not going to come an end to all means if it comes to that YouTube money, then you're mistaken, because everything has a beginning and everything has an end in life. And that is for everyone the same.
You know, I just went with the, I'm just going to go back to the real world. That's my choice and what I decided to do. Could I have done Twitch? Or I could have done that. I'm not banned on Twitch. I'm not banned on Instagram, not banned on X, not banned on Facebook, not banned on Rumble.
I'm a live streamer. These cameras don't turn off. They're live 24/7. I am the most viral man in the world right now after Andrew Tate. Okay? And what happened? I said grab my security 20 minutes ago! You guys are literally dumb as fuck. Oh, hey, record this. Security, come in here now. My life is in danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral. Are y'all dumb or are you stupid? Do you like your job? You're fucked. Hey, I own you. You're a clown. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. You get no God. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. You.
That my adrenaline shot up and I don't even remember the last 48 hours now that I'm out of it. And now that I calmed down, I'm realizing all the destruction that I caused, and this happens to me all the time.
It's not like I couldn't do it, and other people have done that. It's just, I was just done with it. I was just done. During that 4 years, this was 5 years ago where I was demonetized. And during that time, it felt like I was in the black pit of doom, like that movie, Get Out. The black guy gets hypnotized and falls into this room. That's exactly how it felt for me this last 5 years, because it went from everything good, making a lot of money with a lot of people that you're friends with a girlfriend that you like. Your life's good. You're going out to eat all the time. You do what you want. You just make videos. It's awesome. To all of a sudden, nothing. Overnight, I lost my girlfriend. I lost my job with YouTube. I lost my channel. I lost my passion. This is what I really wanted to do. I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to make entertaining stuff. What I viewed myself is as a producer. But my ultimate goal was to always reinvest, make shows on YouTube. And that's maybe what I want to do in the future. I'm not saying I want to come back to YouTube right now and try to make ghost videos. I'm not doing anything like I've done before.
What is he even talking about? He's on YouTube right now. He has a YouTube channel. This video is 4 weeks old by now. It has almost 10K views and a lot of old supporters showing up in the comments section. You can tell. All his old channels, besides his original big one, got reinstated. They have been non-active for about 8 to 6 years ago, as I can remember. I checked it out earlier, by the way. So I don't know what he's talking about. Of course, it wouldn't be wise to come back with the same type of content format as he used to do, the 3am challenges and all that stuff, because that definitely would be a red flag, and it wouldn't sit well with a larger part of YouTube's audience.
Like I said, I just spent the last 4 or 5 years completely banned from YouTube, and I've moved on. I went and got a new life. I'm a regular human being now. And being 5 years deep into it right now, I'm fully committed to the other path, not YouTube. I am fully committed to real life. So it was strange because on October 5th, I got a call from someone and she told me, hey, I should go back on YouTube. And I said, what do you mean? I'm banned. I can't go to YouTube. And she says, check out this article. And it's from a mainstream, it's a real article. YouTube has a pilot program for banned creators, but there's a major problem. Now, I didn't have intention on going back to YouTube. I've completely moved on from this whole entire thing. But I was thinking, this is great. I mean, I might want to do a vlog in the future, or a finance channel, or maybe a animation channel.
Wait a minute, didn't he have like this real estate channel? I thought he had that, a finance and real estate channel. But if it's a scam and if it's definitely misleading, then YouTube's gonna terminate that as well, because it's doing it right now amongst a lot of big YouTubers in that niche. You know, get 70K within the first 24 hours, or get your first 100K within the first month by doing this or following those steps. And so I don't really think that he has read those articles or those policies concerning YouTube, right? But it's kind of interesting, because my question would be on a psychological level, like, who is he trying to prove more? Who is he trying to convince more, himself or the audience? It seems a little bit double if you think about it.
Or I might want to make short films or do like videos like Jubilee makes or something in the future. Maybe I would. This is something, YouTube and making videos, like I said, has always been something that I want to do. I've been doing this since I was 25 years old, full time since 25 years old, and I'm 35 now. But there was one big problem, because on this second chance pilot program from YouTube, it's asking you to sign in through the banned account and apply there. And I don't know if they're going to ask me to explain my old actions, why I was banned, why I learned my lesson. I don't know, because I lost complete access. Once I was banned, I stopped using those old emails. I forgot all these passwords. I changed my phone. I moved. I've had several different phones. I forget the phone number. I cannot get into this my old account. But YouTube, if you're watching, you can verify that this is really me. I'm ImJayStation. This is really me. This is the verification. I'm just asking for, maybe I want to post a vlog in a month from now. Am I going to make videos every day right now? No. But maybe I want to make videos in the future. I think I should be given this second chance. I think I really do deserve a second chance. And now, since you know the complete context of what's going on in my life, where have I been for the last 4 or 5 years, let's get into the first reason why I think YouTube banned me. So the first reason that I think YouTube banned me was for a video that I did faking my girlfriend's death. Now, like I said, I was always calling scary numbers at 3 a.m. or calling haunted numbers, contacting spirits on the Ouija board. This is what I did. This is just the stuff I did. Ghost.
When he uploaded 2 videos entitled "My Girlfriend Alexia Died, Rest in Peace" and "Saying Goodbye to My Girlfriend Alexia, Rest in Paradise." Unsurprisingly, many people were quick to call out ImJayStation for monetizing videos on his girlfriend's death, plugging his secondary channel, and even leaving links to his merch store. A few days later, JayStation uploaded a video trying to speak to her using a Ouija board.
What's poppin', guys? Back with another 3 a.m. challenge. As you guys know, my girlfriend Alexia just passed away in a tragic accident, guys. I cannot get over her, guys. I miss her so freaking.
Bringing back animals from the dead. One time we went to an abandoned building and put gravestones in the backyard. We like placed them down, and I got my friend to, I buried my friend with his arm out, and I was going to place the Ouija board on the gravestone. And as soon as we talked to the creature, my friend was going to stick out his hand, and he would chase me as a zombie through the abandoned building. Like, I did stuff like this all the time. This is clearly not real, guys. It's not real, okay? It's not real. It was clearly not real. When it came to faking my girlfriend's death, she was never going to really die. It was never a real thing. My intention was to never make it like she's really dead, like I was going to, you know, like she was gonna fake her death and go move to another country and live with a new ID or something like. And here's exactly what the plan was at the time. Day one, my girlfriend was going to die in some kind of accident for a video, and we would post it online. Day two, we were going to talk on the Ouija board at 3 a.m. and talk to her. She was going to say, "Oh, I missed you," and stuff like this, like dumb stuff. And maybe at the end of the video, bing, we would get a text. Oh, it's from her old phone number, and she's saying something. So then the next video, the next day, we were going to be texting her old phone. And then the next day, we were going to FaceTime her old phone. And she was going to be on the camera, like, but demonic, or maybe like looking like she was going to be possessed or something. And then the next video, I was going to resurrect her, and she was going to come back to life as a possessed girlfriend. Okay? And eventually, she's back in my videos. Like, it's always been a skit, and it always was.
You know, basically, if you think about it, it's kind of sickening. It's a sick joke. It's not really funny at the end of the day. Specifically, if you keep the younger audience in mind, they take everything literally and they run with it. So it's very misleading, deceptive, and not really funny. And definitely, it can actually traumatize a lot of people because they really believe it's to be everyday life. It's to be true. You know, think about JayStation is kind of the guy that was on the same level as Eli Socrae, and both had that same child audience that catered to their videos. So if everything what they did was real and true and real life and reality, then they ran with whatever they were feeding them, and that's where the problem started. And also knowing when enough is enough and too much is too much, you know, that's something he never actually grasped because he was blinded by the lies. He was blinded by the fame, the money, the cloud, and the child audience that praised him for being him. So instead of actually keeping their, you know, their consciousness and everything has to do with their mental health and their safety in consideration because of his influence, his impact, he doubled down on it. And that's why a lot of people hated him or hate him because of that.
Is back in my videos. Like, it's always been a skit, and it always was. And I think my problem was I made it too realistic. And as soon as I post the first video where she died, it went viral for negative reasons, and I was not able to do anything about it. I could not control the narrative. I messed up, and I made a mistake, and it was negative. And I'm not saying what I did was right or anything, but I'm just trying to explain to you why I did it. I just didn't wake up one day and say, I'm gonna fake death and make controversy like this. This is not my intention. This was not my intention to do. This would have all made sense because we did film the next video using the Ouija board, talking to her. But this controversy of faking my girlfriend's death was very big, and it had real life consequences. People were harassing my, at the time, girlfriends, family, businesses, you know, and eventually this caused us to break up. This brings us to the second reason why I think I might have been banned from YouTube, falling under somewhere like off-platform behavior, off-platform actions, or something that you do off of YouTube that is not good. And what was that reason? was because I got charged for assault with a weapon during our breakup. Now, did I assault anybody with a weapon? No. Like, this sounds like crazy. It makes me sound like an actual lunatic. But in real life, I've never hit a woman in my life, ever. And this was during 2022, during COVID. So I'm going through the legal process and everything's super delayed and I cannot go to court. I'm trying to go to court and prove myself innocent. And eventually I did do that. I'm going to tell you guys that. I beat these charges and I never hit or assaulted someone with a weapon in my life. And is that me accusing my ex-girlfriend of being a liar? No. And I'm going to explain to you how I even was charged with these things and why right now. During the breakup, my ex-girlfriend's mom told her to go to the police in Toronto and tell them that she's going to break up with me and she's going to go back to Ottawa now, which is hours away. And they don't want me to go to their house. They don't want, that's all their mission was. They were just trying to explain to the police that they wanted to maybe ban me from going to their house or something like this. They just didn't want me showing up at their house, which I was never going to do. And I can't really blame them, but this went through their head. That's why they went to the police, not because I assaulted anyone. And during that conversation with the police, during the breakup, the police asked them, well, what has he done? Has he ever done anything to you? Has he ever been violent to you? And she's like, no, but one time he threw a phone. Did it hit you? No. Do you think he threw it at you? I don't know. Okay, that's assault with a weapon. I threw a phone at the girlfriend. That's the narrative.
I do remember this story, and he did get exposed for it, and she did eventually, Alexia, she did eventually admit that it was all made up. She made this confession vlog and something with a phone call with her mom and all that stuff, and eventually it had to do with some type of a baseball bat. That's what I remember. But then it changed several times, and then she gave in that it wasn't true. Nothing was true. It was all made up, and then she confessed, and that was that. So, of course, it was able to beat those charges. That makes perfect sense because she kind of, withdrew her statement or kind of corrected it by using herself and a lack of evidence, etc., to prove that what he was convicted for to be wrong. And good on him, you know what I mean? If you're not that type of a person, but people perceive you in a negative, you don't want to add to it and make it worse for yourself. Is bad publicity, specifically if you're this big YouTuber with, 8 million subscribers?
True. I'm in a room next to her, 3-4 feet away. If I want to throw a phone at her and hit her, she would have been hit. And she wasn't hit. I didn't throw the phone at her. I threw the phone on the ground and I broke a phone. And I'm not saying breaking phones is good. All right. This is obviously not a good thing, but it's not illegal is what I'm trying to say. It's not illegal. I got mad. I got upset. I broke a phone. Did I throw it at her? No. No, I did not. Did I ever hit her? No, I did not. And I eventually beat these charges. I've beat all these charges that were against me. I've cleared my name officially. But the problem is this took like 2.5 years due to COVID. And I was banned like way before that. So I was never given a chance to even tell the story because part of being charged came with, I'm not allowed to say anything online about this. This was part of the conditions. So I can't defend myself and I end up banned. I have never hit a girl in my life and I never will. I never will. And I have proven myself in court. I can now freely speak about it. And all of a sudden they're giving second chances like this. Man, I'm going to try at least, right? This is me trying to see if I'm allowed back on YouTube or not.
It's ImJayStation, his redemption arc.
If any big YouTubers have a problem with it and you see it, then you should address it now or just, let me go back on YouTube. I think losing my channel was a big impact on my life. I caused a controversy for YouTube, okay? I made a bad video. I regret doing it, but it wasn't never my intention to cause any drama to YouTube at all. Like this was a big mistake and I'm sorry for it. Losing my channel, I accept it. I accept it. But being banned for life is just, I think it's too extreme. Now, I don't want to bring up other YouTubers and compare what they've done, but just I'm going to put it into a perspective. There's channels on YouTube right now where their entire niche is life after serving 10 years in prison or life after.
What he's doing is also a very common tactic where you want to deflect and kind of like, you know, you did something wrong and you know it had a high impact and you want to kind of get the eyes of the audience, of the people that judge you, of that know this about you, and kind of shift their focus on someone else that did something similar but it was worse, so that it appears that what you did wasn't as bad, so they might change their mind or reevaluate their statement that they made about you. That is a very common tactic for actually narcissists, by the way. So yeah,
There's channels on YouTube right now where their entire niche is life after serving 10 years in prison or life after serving time in prison. These are felons and they're allowed on YouTube. And there's a lot of drama with celebrities who've done serious things and they're allowed on YouTube. And I have proven myself innocent of the charges against me, the accusations against me, and we've moved on. And a good way you can tell that I'm being honest with you is the fact that after this controversy, me and my ex-girlfriend got back together again and made videos together publicly on YouTube for a long time, for probably about 6 months on a different channel. And this channel was getting monetized by YouTube. It was good. You guys can clearly see that she is not feeling like I'm a threat to her. She is not scared to me. I've never hit her. Like, this was a miscommunication when she spoke to the police. Because in anything to do with girlfriend, boyfriend, it's not the partner who is laying the charges. It's the government, the police that are charging it. It's not up to my ex-girlfriend. She said something that made the police think, oh, we will lay a charge on that. But it was a miscommunication, guys. And the proof is she made videos with me after. Why would she do that? If I'm assaulting her with weapons, that's crazy. She's not gonna be with me after that. Now she's a big YouTuber. Guys, I tried to help her. I showed her. Before she met me, she wanted nothing to do with YouTube. I showed her how to do it, the thumbnails. I helped her get where she is. She deserves all the credit on her own, what she's accomplished. But what I'm saying is I helped her and I guided her. I coached her to do YouTube, which is a generous and good thing. It's the opposite from someone who hates them or someone who's abusive. I'm not abusive. I tried to help her and she did. She has a good life on YouTube right now.
so let's get into a little bit of more psychology to describe what JStation is actually doing, because I think it's very important for people to be aware of this type of personality type. So it's called the dark triad. These behaviors are most strongly associated with the dark triad of personality traits. First and foremost is narcissism. That's what I mentioned. Individuals with narcissistic traits have a grandiose sense of self-importance, a constant need of admiration, and a lack of empathy. They use manipulation to maintain their superior image and will lash out or deflect blame when criticized. Covert narcissists, just like JStation, in particular may appear shy and vulnerable, but they are also hypersensitive to criticism and use passive-aggressive tactics and guilt-tripping to avoid accountability. Machiavellianism. People high in Machiavellianism are manipulative, callous, and indifferent to morality, focusing on their self-interest and power. They are strategic and calculating in their deception and are highly skilled at lying and exploiting others for personal gain. JStation. Psychopathy. While a clinical diagnosis of psychopathy is a less common, the related personality traits involve a lack of remorse, pathological lying, and emotional detachment. People with these traits are adept at using superficial charm to manipulate others and can be aggressive and impulsive. So, if that doesn't sum him up, then I don't know what will.
Good life. Like, I don't think I was net negative in any kind of off-platform behavior. This was a miscommunication. Now we have to talk about the final piece to this puzzle. And that's the real reason I was terminated from YouTube. The reasons I just said were the reasons why I was demonetized on YouTube. But why was I terminated? And that was ban evasion. Now, although the real reason I was banned was from ban evasion, the real reasons that YouTube were mad were for the reasons that I just said. This is what I've come to conclusion. I might be wrong, but I don't think ban evasion is what they're truly upset about me for, and why potentially I might have to be banned forever. I think those two reasons before are what YouTube was mad about, because those reasons caused me to be demonetized, and there was official news articles going around from a site called TubeBuddy or TubeFriend or something like this. Now, these people, from what I understood, had direct communication with YouTube, and it clearly said that YouTube will demonetize me and I'm free to reapply for monetization. So I'm not completely terminated or banned, just demonetized. But the article also said, and apparently this is YouTube's words, they're leaving my second channel with my girlfriend still monetized, which we did use for 6 months publicly. We had other YouTubers making videos about us, drama channels, whatever, talking about us. They got lots of views, and it seemed like YouTube actually didn't care about me making these videos on this channel with my girlfriend, at the time girlfriend. But eventually we broke up for real. I didn't assault her or not, like nothing. We were just peacefully broke up. We're good. It's just we don't talk to each other anymore, but it's nothing negative. We broke up for real. So I started using the channel and I made a reaction channel, completely different content than the stuff I did before. And I did that for about 8 or 10 months. And I...
Okay, good. Dude, we gotta hide right now. Is he coming out? What the frick do we do? He's still in our freaking house. Bro, I'm scared. He was literally... Did you see him? Did you see him? Did you see him? Oh, he's coming up. He's coming up. Shh, we gotta hide in the elevator. What the frick, dude? He freaking sliced me, dude. Are you okay? He freaking sliced me. We gotta go up. We gotta go up, bro. He's trying to find us. What the frick? Bro, he slashed you. What did he slash you with? Like a hook or something. The same one from the movie. Oh my god, bro, are you okay? I don't know what to do, dude. Should we take you to a hospital or something? We need to get him out of our house.
I had almost 1 million subscribers. And the reason why I'm on these second channels was only because I was demonetized on my main one, which had 6 million. At first, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I got back together with my girlfriend. I made things good with that. I went on a vacation with her. I, kind of refreshed, because being demonetized, you're allowed to apply for remonetization every 30 days. So everyone, including a big YouTuber H3, thought I was going on a 30-day vacation. That's what I really believed. At the time, they were demonetizing a lot of people, and they were all getting remonetized within a normal period of time.
So ImJayStation, YouTube actually demonetized his whole channel. Isn't that epic? Like when they demonetized Logan Paul after, yeah. So they enacted the same. It's like imminent. It's like wartime rules. What do they call that when they can like take over your house during war? Imminent domain.
Quartering.
Martial law.
Well, it's like martial law. Yeah, let's say that. YouTube's got this martial law rule. So they demonetized his whole channel. So awesome. He goes, I really lost who I was in pursuit of success. I don't know how long I'm going to take a break for. Could be a week, could be a month, could be a year. I'm calling it right now. I guarantee he'll take a break for 2 weeks, which is the amount of time he's been demonetized. And he'll be back the day he can earn money again.
What's up, guys? So this video is like
only on YouTube. Only on YouTube could a guy like this find success. Look at
hard
this.
For me to make.
Dude, you'll be back in 2 weeks. Enjoy your vacation.
With you guys
Just listen to me. Listen to me. And remember, I said this.
Does he know how long he has to?
2 weeks.
He knows that they tell him that.
Yes.
So he's just saying that he's taking a break.
So what YouTube does is they say you get 2 weeks of no monetization, and in that time you need to remove all your offending videos.
Oh.
Here it says, JStation will have the opportunity to regain monetization, YouTube says, with the broad caveat that he must address all relevant issues with his channel. For comparison's sake, in the case of Logan Paul, pre-roll ads returned to Paul's channel roughly 2 weeks after YouTube suspended them, though he remained on probation for 90 days, meaning he was ineligible to appear on trending. I've been on probation my whole life. The fuck? Meaning he's ineligible to appear on trending or in any notification from non-subscribers. Well, how long have I been on probation? 10 years. So anyway, just remember I said this. He's going to be back in exactly 2 weeks when he gets ads back. So enjoy your vacation, JStation.
But the problem is after 30 days came and I applied, it could take up to 90 days for them to review it. So I wait, and I had to wait the entire 90 days, and I was rejected. And at this point, I couldn't figure out why. Is it because was it because of the video that I posted on my account, or was it because I was arrested by the police and stuff like that? I think that they were trying to wait until I cleared my name of the charges or not. But either way, it was rejected. I applied again, and then it just didn't give me a 90-day timer. It just said, due to COVID, you're gonna have to wait. And there was no sign of COVID ending anytime soon. And it's already, at this point, we were already a year into it. And then there was no sign of it ending at all. And it didn't end for another like year and a half after that, or 2 years. But either way, I'm like, okay, well, I'm on my second channel. They clearly they want to punish me by taking away my main channel. I thought that was my punishment. I had spent 6 months in public eye, making a channel with my ex-girlfriend, making money, monetized, people are talking about us, and it's not a big deal. I spent 8 months or so on a channel just by myself, making reaction videos. I wasn't doing any controversies or anything. I really, guys, I learned my lesson just being demonetized off my main one.
I think personally that in that sense, that was rightfully so that it happened, because, you know, it was just a matter of time and everybody agreed, you know, and I think he was the last in line to accept it, or fully accept it at the end at least. But the point is that you can't just, it's not just the channel, it's you as a person. And that's where a lot of people had the big issue with, you know, as long as you were present and you were able to have multiple channels, you could just do the same damage you did before, regardless of if you were using your main channel or not. It's you as a person. That is where the problem lies. The way you think, the way you operate, the way you deal with these things, the way you use and exploit other people for your own selfish benefit and gains, the way you're trying to deceive people by presenting yourself in a way that you're not. You know, like, these things are harmful regardless of the content, regardless of your main channel. And that is what YouTube had an issue with, specifically focusing on the targeted young audience.
Thing. I caused a breakup in my relationship, bad things. It was a big punishment, and I accepted that. That's a 6 million subscriber channel, and that's a big punishment to lose that. So I was posting on my second one. I can't wait forever. Like, this was my only source of income was YouTube. I can't wait forever. When is COVID gonna end? I don't know. So I'm posting on my second one. And then boom, because I'm posting on that one when I'm supposed to be demonetized, 2 years after using the channel, or a year after using the channel, now I'm permanently banned forever and I can never come back. And this was completely devastating. But the reason they banned me, I think they were just upset with the original things I was demonetized. And that's why I wanted to readdress them now today. Not to rehash old controversies. I never want to talk about this again. I've fully moved on. I'm a completely different person. This happened to me when I was 30. I'm 35 now. This has been, I'm fully moved on, guys. But yeah, I would still like a second chance. I don't think that I deserve a lifetime ban on YouTube for what I did, guys.
Like I said, it's not about you're convinced about yourself. It's about how far can you go to convince people. You know, people don't tend to forget, you know, that's the problem. So who you're trying to convince, yourself or the people? It's like you're trying to make people think differently so you can finally get that second chance. But are you deserving of that second chance if you haven't proven yourself to be deserving of it? And not by words, but by deeds. That's the thing. That's the problem.
Understand what I've done, and you can come to the conclusion that maybe I do deserve a second chance. Are there people on YouTube that deserve to be forever banned? Yes. Yes, there is, but that's in a unique situation. I would say if they're gonna go to prison, then they're probably deserve to get banned, okay? But at that point, losing your YouTube channel is the last of your worries if you're going to prison. You should have to do something very bad. And even then, if you are sent to prison, YouTube should wait until they can hear from the court, are you innocent or not? In which my case, I am innocent. I beat these charges officially. It took a long time due to COVID. And my girlfriend clearly forgave me right away. Like, she had no intention of laying like crazy charges on me, and they looked way crazier. It was assault with a weapon on paper, so it looks crazy. But in reality, I broke a phone. That's all I did. I didn't assault people with weapons. That's crazy, guys. All right. I really do. I think, all right, I lost a big channel. I had to work out on a lot of personal problems, and I had real life consequences for what I did. And it's been 5 years of that. And I think all I'm saying now is I think that punishment is okay on its own. Like, this is all that I think I've learned my lesson, guys. And I should be allowed back on YouTube for a second chance. What will I do on YouTube? I don't know. But all I know is in the future, like I said, guys, I've already moved on. I have stuff I got to do today, even tomorrow. I'm making money in different ways. I'm not going to just focus on YouTube all of a sudden now. No, I can't do that. But maybe in the future, I might want to do it. I might try to post a vlog randomly and then nothing for months, and then post a different kind of video, and then a different kind of video. And what, you know, I don't really plan on taking this seriously as like doing it daily, becoming a big name. I just want the ability to do it. I want the ability to create a show and make other people famous. I want to make the next stars. I want to help them. I want to make a creator house with a bunch of people, and I don't even want to be in it. I just want to be in charge of it. I want to help people do these things, put together shows. That's all I wanted to do. When I was a kid, I wanted to make movies. Movies are kind of dead now, and social media is kind of the equivalent of making a show in modern time. And that's all I want to do. That's really all I want to do. And hopefully, YouTube, you see this video, and I'm going to leave this up until I'm fully monetized. So on the day that I get monetized, you've seen this video up. And then at that point, okay, you have accepted me into getting a second chance. And I can delete this video. I'm not trying to say sorry and sorry forever and ever and ever. And I'm just trying to move on with my life, guys. This is 5 years ago. I've said sorry a million times. It's never worked. I'm not trying to say sorry 10 years from now over this, guys. You know, I'll delete the video if I'm remonetized, but I can't get access to my old account. I can't recover it. I've tried this with the Google, and it's saying we can't verify that it's you. Well, this is really me. And during the monetization process, if I ever get a big channel again, if this ever grows and I figure out something cool to do on YouTube, they'll be able to check, see this video, and if I get monetized, I have officially gotten a second chance. And this is my formal application for that. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
You know what I noticed? Like, always putting emphasis on being the victim, shoving, kind of deflecting, pointing fingers at people like FuzzyTube and Vitali and all that stuff, that these are the big criminals of YouTube and should be permabanned. It's very clear, how his true nature operates and what he's trying to achieve. He wants to get back to that easy money lifestyle. He wants that clout again. He misses that spotlight. He misses that money. He misses that easy life. That's the thing. It's so clear that he wants to reclaim his throne, and this is a formal application. And it's just insane, if you ask me. I would have never expected it. I mean, I thought it was very entertaining when, Sunny V2 and stuff, people like that, internet anarchists, and any of those guys, they even Savox, shout out, by the way, to all those guys that made a video or did commentary on him, with their videos, with their compilations concerning the worst YouTubers ever or the most evil YouTubers ever. Well, rightfully so, because it does define them in their true nature and their true intentions and the harm they caused and why they got banned and why they're not welcomed and why people hate them. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing to keep on hating or keeping a grudge upon anybody, onto anybody, with anybody. But the point is, there is a place to forgive and there is a place to forget, but some things are not easily erased from people's minds and not out of people's hearts. And if you create chaos and damage and you do that and you think it's okay to make money in that way, then you've got a big mental problem. So if anybody wants to see the return of JayStation, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. I'll keep in touch and I'll give you some more updates when I know more. Take care.